On the right side of Golden Wall, as the blue Protoss, it's Harstem. And on the left, as the red Zerg, it's Bly. So, Bly has some inventive builds that he likes to use on Golden Wall. I'm excited to see this. We're in the round of 8. One of these guys is going to be our first semi-finalist. Oof. Friendly banter going down between the two. I wish I could comment more on the bracket if I had one. But, yeah, so I'm not sure where Raynor sits on the bracket right now. I'm assuming he hasn't been knocked out yet. I'm trying to... So the reason I keep pulling up my phone in between breaks is I'm trying to find it on Liquipedia, but I can't. There's supposed to be a live updated bracket, like, special forum post thing. Wait, how are you gonna make Roach? Oh no. The series will just be a man dying versus roaches, right, Mab? Haha, good luck, buddy. Love to see it. I didn't expect a win. Seed 4 versus Seed 5. You are favored. So he's saying Bly is Seed 4. Harstem's going into Stargate. Bly has opened very standard. He hasn't taken the third. He hasn't dropped a hatch in his opponent's natural. He hasn't done any of his usual Bly things just yet. So, you know, like, I feel like there's like an almost guaranteed Nidus Swarm Host or something coming up after this. Bly isn't looking to do damage with these lanes, he's just looking for free scouts. It's always better to sack a Zergling than an Overlord. They cost a quarter of the price if they die. And of course, they aren't going to supply block you. Quite the opposite. Actually, it clears out one supply, so and makes some more. Bly sees the Stargate. He did not see the Oracle go out, though, I believe. He is going to make safety spores nonetheless. And this is going to be some kind of cheeky play, as we're 4 minutes into this freaking game, and he hasn't thrown down a third. Harstem's Phoenix tags onto the Overlord. It's gonna take it down. Ah, is it though? It's gonna be close. Bly's dropped a Roach Horn at the 5-minute mark. Yeah, there's the Swarm Host. Didn't I say it's gonna be Swarm Host Nidus? Didn't I? Oh my god! It was one laser shot away from death, but morphs. Yeah, so, like, literally what happened is the laser went out from the Phoenix, then the Overseer finished morphing, and then the laser hit, so the Overseer lived, and that means the Nidus will drop. And Oracle shouldn't be able to burn this down. Oh wait, no, it totally is going to be able to burn this down. What a hero, Oracle. There's a second Nidus here from Bly. Stalkers will shut this down. This is an epic defense from Harstem. Bly's just bleeding out minerals and gas. He's trying to take the gold now, but Harstem is almost certainly going to counter pressure with these Stalkers. This is very similar to what we saw Scarlet do last evening. This is a lot of deadlings for Bly. I don't know that, like, a single Locust has entered the Maid of Harstem yet. This is so expensive. Every Nidus is so expensive. Harstem's trying to figure out where his rumbling in his headphones is coming from. He's splitting up units everywhere, trying to find it, and there we go. Finally, a huge Swarm Host wave. Huge Locust wave is launched. Stalkers will blink out of there right away. A sentry does fall. But Harstem appears to have saved the Nexus. Some of these Locusts microed into the probes, but like 3 probes and a sentry are all that died from that entire Locust wave. And that's just not enough value here for Bly. Bly is going for a Roach push now. He's getting out 22 more Lings. Overseer about halfway done, +1, almost finished as well. But, like, Harstem is just so strong economically. He's all over the map. He has total dominance. Once you get past this line my cursor's drawing on the minimap, there's just no touching it for Bly. Look at this. He drops another Nidus here. There was a Stalker there the first time. There's still a Stalker there the second time. And I think these Nidus are just to keep Harstem on his side of the map. But it's so expensive. Those Niduses can't fight, they can't do damage. And every one of them costs money. This one will finish, another Locust wave will go off, but it's so far away from the third. A lot of time is going to expire from these Locusts before they reach the third. And Blink is going to save all the Stalkers. I think Harstem might just be toying with Bly at this point. Like, he's taken so little damage from this. Bly is just trying to get up his Roach count. He has dropped to 4th base, but he's been on even bases with Harstem for so long. Just so long. Bly's still at a 6-worker disadvantage, and in theory he should be okay because these Swarm Hosts are supposed to be gaining value over time, but they just haven't. They simply have not. Another Nidus goes down for Bly. It's just relentless Nidus. Nidus here, Nidus there. Nidus is dropped everywhere. A lot of high temps out on the field now for Harstem. The Roach Ravager force has increased quite a bit. 34 more links on the way for Bly, but still isn't the greatest. And Bly is floating so much. Why isn't he going for a higher value army? Why isn't he mixing in Banelings? Why isn't he turning all of these Roaches into Ravager? Okay, alright. You know what? It's like he heard me. It's like he heard me from 2 minutes into the future. Finally! Some damage done by these Swarm Hosts. 13 Proboos go down, and that's going to even up the worker count at 11.5 minutes into the game. Swarm Hosts launch another Locust Wave. There they go. These high temps are caught in the back. That's a pretty value pick off on one of those. Finally, Bly is able to swarm in, start threatening the third base of Harstem. I think he might need to wait for another Locust Wave. Actually, there's going to be another storm in a couple seconds. Yeah, Bly doesn't really want to engage into that. In the meantime, Harstem runs around a couple charge lots. He is able to pick off 10 drones and put a little bit of hurt on this hatchery. Bly takes a 5th base up to the top left corner, but that's a little bit misleading as a 5th base because these mineral patches are going to start mining out very quickly at the gold, and the rest are on a timer as well. So Bly needs to take that base just to maintain 4 base status. Harstem sends in another couple Zealots. Bly goes for a Ling attack on Harstem's attempted 4th base. This will get cancelled. And Bly is going for a Muta switch. There aren't that many Stalkers on the field for Harstem. He does have some high temps that he can morph into Archons. One Stalker gets caught out. Another Stalker gets caught out. And another one. Okay, that's too many Blink Stalkers for these guys to engage in. One Muta goes down immediately. Second Muta, but the Phoenix also falls for Harstem. Look at this entire army not reacting to 4 Lings. Okay, there they go. 2 probes do go down, though. And the Banelings are rolling forward. This army positioned well enough to intercept. Looks like the answer is kind of. The answer is kind of. A lot of Zealots go down there, as well as 13 probes. Locust Wave finally enters the main of Harstem. It looks like, at long last, the siege is turning in the Zerg's favor. Tough corner. The Oracle goes down. And Bly is in a very advantageous position. Harstem is basically mined out in his main. Harstem has dwindling mineral patches in his natural, and his third is his only really full mining base. Lings are going to catch out some of these Stalkers. Muta pounding out TPS from behind. Bly is being careful he doesn't get caught out with Force Field and Storm to death. GG is called. Bly takes. In the top left corner of Simulacrum, as the blue Protoss, it's Harstem. And in the bottom right, as the red Zerg, it's Bly. Bly through a very slow siege of the Protoss. Eventually took him down with Swarm Host, Roach Ravager Ling. Harstem held on for quite a while, taking pretty much no damage from the Zerg, but never was able to get across the map and get damage done on the Zerg side of things. So Bly is 10,000% going to drop a proxy hatch. Will Harstem be able to hold it, push out and kill Bly? Or is Bly going to move on to the round of 8, or to the semifinals in 2-0 fashion? There's 300 minerals, there's the hatch. Cybercore goes down for Harstem. The initial Lings shut down the scouting probe. We should see a second gas as well as the Roach Warren. There's the Roach Warren. We're looking for that second gas. Is he not going to get it? Guess maybe he wants to spend some money on queens and spines. It's alright, too. Harstem knows who he's up against. He's figured things out. So, he's going to put a shield battery on the outside of the wall so that his stalker can range a little bit far forward. Yeah, he knows exactly where this proxy hatch is. The slow Lings, though, do get in the base. They're going to head up into the mineral line and wreak some havoc, try to pull units away from the wall, and that's exactly what's going to happen. 2 stalkers go into the main to respond to this as Bly finishes up his roaches and gets out 6 Lings. Oh, actually, a significant amount of probe kills here. I don't think that needed to happen. 5 probes go down for Harstem, and that's actually going to put our 2 players at an even economy. Hi, Trolling 183. Welcome. Bly begins pushing into his opponent. There are quite a few shield batteries up. Bly's being careful not to lose any of his roaches and a minimal amount of Lings. He wants to come in from behind and hook out these stalkers, so they're only being healed by a minimal amount of shield batteries. But I think Harstem just has enough to defend right now. Bly needed to invest in spines, invest in queens, continue pushing out creep, and build energy for transfuse against this. But he didn't. So Harstem has a very good chance of holding. Lings are going to wrap around to the right as the Ravagers engage from the left and pull the army out of position, hopefully. That's the hope of Bly. It's not what's going to happen, though. Overlord tries to scout the main of Harstem. Stalker intercepts. Harstem keeps sneaking out probes. Bly has snuck out 1 additional drone. And Harstem appears to be going into Stargate as he throws down another shield battery at the front. A lot of damage is being thrown out by Bly. Now the idea is stalkers have a lot of surface area. Lings attack little amounts of damage very quickly, and that can suck these shield batteries dry. Already, the 3 at the front are totally out of energy, but Bly just didn't have enough left over to continue sustaining the attack. However, he needs to go back in because the shield battery in the back's finished up for Harstem. He's throwing down another one at the front. He's throwing down another pylon in the back here, and in the meantime, all this energy is is rejuvenating at the forward 3 shield batteries. Harstem sends out an Oracle. He's going for a second one behind this, and has actually taken out 20% of Blaya's economy. Don't do math on stream. I'm not going to fact check that, but 7 drones have fallen no matter what. Bly goes for a last-ditch attack. Harstem is going to deflect it. Down goes the Overlord, and this proxy hatch is done. It's over with. It's done skis. GG is called.